Yeah, turn me up. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up.
All right, what's up, guys? Back at you with another video. We're going to get right into it. This is Raw Detroit. Make sure you hit that subscription button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. We're going to talk about the trade with Tim Patrick that none of us saw coming. Pretty much with the Tim Patrick situation, man. None of us saw this coming. We did know that Isaac Tesla has been balling throughout the preseason, and that was kind of given that he was probably going to end up moving up the depth chart. And with Isaac Tesla playing as well as he played, the Lions made the decision to pull the trigger on a trade for Tim Patrick. They pretty much decided, hey, man, we might as well get something for him, because you got to think about it. When we did get Tesla, we gave up, 2 third-round picks to be able to get him. So I kind of understand, by getting another pick, even though it's a 6th-round pick, still getting somebody for Isaac Tesla, since the Lions decided to move him up in the depth chart. Now, the dude has been balling. Hopefully, Isaac Tesla comes out and have a successful rookie season. We're all banking on that and counting on him to step up as a rookie and get right in there and start playing well. Mainly he doesn't have to worry about some of the best corners covering him, because Tesla is probably going to be the 3rd option, in the offense. You're going to have, actually, maybe the 4th option. You can't forget about Sam Laporta. So I'm going to say it's going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown always number 1, Sam Laporta and J-Mo, however that goes. And then you also going to add Tesla into that mix as well. But, man, Brad Holmes, smart thing for him to be able to get draft capital for Tim Patrick. Shout out to Tim Patrick. He was definitely a solid player for the Detroit Lions the time that they hired him. And he'll probably get more opportunity to be like a number 3 with the Jacksonville Jaguars, because the Jaguars do have Brian Thomas, who is going to be their sensational sophomore wide receiver. And then you just drafted Travis Hunter, and Travis Hunter is going to be the number 2 guy on the offense. So that leaves Tim Patrick probably being the number 3 guy, coming in there and performing. I know that recently Travis Hunter is dealing with a upper body injury, but I think he's close to getting ready to playing. So he should be out on the field as well soon. But the biggest thing out of this, man, is that yes, Brad Holmes did and was able to get more capital, because in the future draft, you're still going to have to draft an edge. This situation is not settled yet. You're still going to have to draft an edge. Now that he cut the 6th-round guy from Boise State, Ahmad, you're still going to have to go out there and draft an edge. You know what I mean? And, you're going to have to get a solid player, man. Brad Holmes got to stop playing around with this position. I know, and this is just my opinion on it, I think Brad Holmes didn't want to draft an edge in the 1st round, because you got to think about this. If Brad Holmes drafts an edge in the 1st round, that edge goes out there and plays well. Guess what? That edge is going to be up for a heavy, heavy contract. So you got to think about that. That's the reason why he took the edge in the 6th round, because he did not want to pay a lot of money for that edge. And then you could possibly cut the guy if he doesn't work out, if he doesn't pan out, or if he's not developing the way that you think that he should be developing on the field. So initially, I think that's the reason why Brad Holmes didn't take an edge with the number 1 pick. He got the defensive tackle, which we got so many defensive tackles on this team. We got too many of these guys on the team. But at the same time, you kind of understand, because he's going to have a big day for Hutchinson to get paid. And then guys like Parsons, we're not going to be able to get those guys because it's going to cost way too much money. And who are you going to give up? If the Lions did decide to go and get a Parsons type player, who are you going to give up on this team? Because you're going to have to sacrifice somebody, whether it be J-Mo, whether it be Sam Laporta, whether it be Brian Branch, Jack Campbell, whoever. You're going to have to sacrifice a guy in order to get a guy like a Micah Parsons on this team. So, We can't talk about Trey Henderson anymore. He signed his 1-year deal, and next year he'll be a free agent, and we'll see what his contract will be next year. But at the same time, the Lions still have to address this edge position. It still has not been addressed, and you can't keep putting a old Band-Aid over a old wound. You have to be able to go out there and get the player that's going to be able to play alongside Aiden Hutchinson. No matter if you get that guy in the second or the third round, fourth round, whatever, you know what I mean? You're going to have to go out there and get a guy that's going to be a legit football player. And you're not saying that he has to be elite, but you need that guy to be able to produce, and you need that guy to be helpful on the team going forth. So this is something that Brad Holmes is still going to have to consider in the back of his mind, because it looks like we may not get Zadarius Smith, but next year you're still going to have to draft an edge. It's still not over. Peace.